The Shark Deck.
Hello and welcome to Palace Intrigue. I am your host, Mark Francis. Some social media users think Harry chose not to sing the God Save the King part of God Save the King. Socials speculated that Harry appeared to pause from singing God Save the King as his father passed him during the coronation procession. One said, "Harry not singing the national anthem as the king processes out," and another added, "As the king left the cathedral, I noticed that Harry was not singing to the national anthem." Young Prince Louis sang God Save the Queen, obviously forgetting the new lyrics. Harry did make it home in time for Archie's birthday, the end at least, maybe, and the Phil Collins Live Aid plan seems to have worked out for him. The Daily Beast reports Harry landed back in LA at 7:30 p.m. local time on Saturday evening. The Mail on Sunday calculated that Harry spent 28 hours and 42 minutes in the UK. He flew commercial both directions. The maybe comes from the fact that it's still a 2-hour drive from LAX to Montecito. Maybe Archie was able to stay up late. Reports are that Harry had been invited to a post-coronation lunch at Buckingham Palace, but instead chose to head home. A source said Harry was determined to be back in time to tuck Archie into bed. The Daily Mail reports Archie's birthday was a low-key affair, so if you expected Meghan to whip out Oprah and Tyler Perry, you may be disappointed. But stay for the twist. Maybe not. Per the Mail, sources close to the Sussexes confirmed Archie had a private celebration on his birthday at the couple's £11 million mansion in Montecito, and a lemon cake baked by using fruit from their garden and totally not a pre-purchased retail lemon cake. Okay, so a nice quiet affair with a homemade cake made from the lemons that grew in the yard. Maybe Meghan picked them herself. However, a source was asked if any of the party guests included celebrity neighbors such as Oprah Winfrey. The source replied, "Some of their friends are celebrities, so yes, that's likely. It will be a small, intimate gathering." Another source told the Mail that Meghan stayed home to celebrate Archie's birthday because she felt it would be inauthentic to do anything else. We'll add inauthentic being a normal everyday word that folks like yourself use naturally and not part of a thought-out statement. The source added, Meghan wanted to minimize the drama. The Mirror picked up on a late change to the ceremony. The official order of service said Their Royal Highnesses, the Prince and Princess of Wales, Princess Charlotte of Wales and Prince Louis of Wales, arrived at the Great West Door and are conducted to their seats in the lantern, or remain seated. Their Majesties, the King and Queen, arrive at the West Gate. A fanfare is sounded, all stand. But William and Kate could be seen standing behind the King and only took their seats as he was already walking into the church. One special media user may have solved the mystery. Prince William, Kate, and their 2 younger children were supposed to have arrived 5 minutes ahead of him, but instead they were a minute late, so he couldn't get out of the carriage until Prince William and Kate enter the building. Charles will get over it, as his relationship is strong, as evidenced by William's speech on Sunday night. A royal source had said prior to the speech, William feels entirely different to his brother on these matters. His speech will be heartfelt and loving, paying tribute to his father as a man of principle who has also devoted himself to duty and to the causes he believes in. A spokesman for King Charles and Queen Camilla said, Their Majesties were deeply touched by the events of yesterday and profoundly grateful both to all of those who helped to make it such a glorious occasion and to the very many who turned out to show their support in such numbers in London and further afield. Palace Intrigue will be right back.
I'm Nina Hobson, ex-police detective from the UK. I've worked on every crime mentionable, from murder to kidnap to stalking to fraud. When I left the force, I launched my own investigations firm that soon became a global operation. I'm also a single mother of 2 to 2 members of my team, my son Harrison and daughter Amy. Every week, we'll be getting first-hand accounts from psychological experts, operatives, former criminals, actual victims of the crimes that we investigate, and of course, my very own flesh and blood. From Storic Media, you're listening to Codename Siren, a true crime podcast, available on YouTube and all major podcast platforms.
Today is an extra public holiday, with folks being encouraged to take part in a community initiative known as the Big Help Out. Organised by the Together Coalition along with the Scouts, the Royal Voluntary Service and faith groups across the UK, the Big Help Out will encourage communities to come together and volunteer to support their local areas. Did Zara Tyndall nod off during the coronation? At one stage in the footage, Zara is seen sitting perfectly still, appears to shut her eyes completely before snapping them open again. She reportedly had been out until 2 a.m. the night before. Social media users had some fun with some of the outfits. You may have noticed Penny Mordaunt carrying Sword of State as part of her role as Lord President of the Privy Council. Penny wore a teal dress with matching cape, complete with a Jane Taylor headband embroidered with a gold fern pattern. One fan observed, Penny Mordaunt should be giving Chewbacca his medal. As for Kate, she took this saying, is it just me or is Princess of Wales Kate Middleton looking like Cersei Lannister? Another wrote, look at Kate Middleton. She looks like she's auditioning for Captain Britain. Another figure that confused visitors had been dubbed the Grim Reaper. The Mirror shared a screen grab in which the spooky figure, donning the mythological character's iconic dark robes whilst carrying an item resembling a scythe, was filmed walking by the doors of the Abbey. Some others were confused by the blue hair on the horses on Saturday. As Charles and Camilla's procession travelled around town, one Twitter user asked, can someone explain the blue hair on the horses? We'd love to tell you, but we don't know either. And there you have it. If you'd like to email us, our address is thepalacintrigue@gmail.com. Please follow us on Spotify, iTunes, Google Podcasts, YouTube, or your favorite app of choice. I'm Mark Francis. My thanks to John McDermott. This is Palace Intrigue, and good times.
All right, here's the pitch. 5 stories, they're all good news. It's called 5 Good News Stories. No negative news, just good news. Nice, easy way to start your day. Hopefully a smile. Hi, I'm Johnny Mack, host of 5 Good News Stories. You get the premise? There's 5 stories, and they're all good news. It's the number 5 Good News Stories. 5 Good News Stories. Follow the show wherever you get your podcasts.